As you're learning, Excel really is the industrial calculator. It does a lot of things. In this one, we're going to look at sorting and time. And let's go down to the demo area and take a look at time. One of the first things we have to know is we have to put time in an hour-minute format. It is one of the formats that are allowed, and there's variations we can have, whether it shows the date, etc. And in this one, we're making a kind of a little time measure. Here's the start time, here's the stop time. We subtract the two, we get 55 minutes. Well, let's look how that worked. B21 is the stop time. A21 is the start time. And now that it knows that, and all three are formatted as time, it calculates it. So if we were to change this to 11, then we would have worked 1 hour. Oddly enough, I took this and did a fill down, and it's not working here. That's because this is the text 2 p.m. and that's why we're getting this value error. And if we click and hover over here, or just hover, a value used in the formula is the wrong data type. You cannot add letters to numbers, and that's what's happening. There's no space here on the PM. So we'll try and go 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. You see there it deduced that we were meaning 0 minutes, and now we don't have an error. Now that doesn't mean we have to use that. We could say, the end time was 2:13 p.m. and voila, it's 13 minutes. You can also make settings under here for 24-hour time, etc. So another thing we can do with time is sometimes use it to calculate the end time. And that's what we're doing up here. We've got an agenda that each event is going to take a certain amount of time. Here we see they're each an hour, but what if I was to change this to 30 minutes? Well, instead of this starting at 9, we want to see it starts at 8:30. And then we got to look and see, oh, what's wrong with this spreadsheet? So we have to look at this equation. There is no equation. So this one is rightly said that this should be equal to the end time. And now you see this error, always hover. It says the formula in this cell differs from that above. So if I take these down and just grab that handle, all of a sudden I've calculated all. And now let's see what happens. Remember we had 9:30. I'm going to change this to 1 hour again. And you see, then we go to 10 a.m., 11 a.m. So we have the same thing here. We're going to review that so it doesn't go too quick. We have a start time, an end time, a duration. Well, what should this equal? It should equal C25. We're going to say equal there and put that in. And there's 10:15. And now what should this end time equal? Well, the end time is simply equal to the start time plus what's our duration. Here we don't have a duration, so it used the number 0. But I'm going to say it's 1 hour. And now, if it started at 10:15 and it's an hour long, then the end time would be 1 hour. So just pay attention that you always have a space in your AM and PMs, and pay attention to that. And any of these durations need to be in the hour-minute format as well. When you receive this sheet, these will be deleted, and you'll have to calculate it. The first one will be there, but the rest won't. Another feature we're going to do is we're going to figure out how to sort these here. And I want to point out a word. These are called column headings. And we're going to use that down in the demo sheet. I want to sort these, so I'm going to highlight the headings as well as what I want to sort. So I hit Data, I hit Sort, and I say, yes, my data has headers, and I'm going to say Sort by Number. And it sorts, and you see we still have 9 ball is pool, 5 stars, etc. I'm going to do undo there, and I'm going to do what happens sometimes. I'm just going to click this, or I'm just going to click the numbers. Notice if you look, 5 stars is a review, 3 are in a trio, so they have some meaning. But I'm going to hit the data's already hit. I'm going to sort. I'm just going to ignore what this is because I don't like to read text boxes. And my data doesn't have headings. And I'm just sorting column B. Well, now wait a minute. There's still 3 and a 2, but 5 ball is not a game of pool, and 9 is not equal to 1 plus 1. So you got to be careful when you're sorting to always include the header and all of the fields you want to sort. So now if I repeat that, remember I want to use my heading, and I'm going to sort by number. You can sort by text. Certainly can, and you can sort by multiple items, but that's good enough for here. So in this one, you want to make sure that you're only sorting on these 3 columns. See, if I put this to number 8, and I put this to number 2, and now I say I want to sort this, well, I'm going to sort by, not duration, sequence. And then we see this green has moved up here. So we always want to be sorting on these, all the information that matters. Remember, these are calculated. We don't want to move the event times, the duration. We don't want to move how long they each get. We just want to move that. I don't like my boo-boo. Remember, I'm going to just hit undo, and it's put back to where it is. Oh, and another one, and it's put back. So you'll be actually just editing these numbers to make these move. So that's sorting and working with time in Excel.